Hi folks, today I'm going to teach you how to beat the essay portion of the examination for the bar exam, okay? It works. It works, believe me. To master each subject on the essay takes roughly 3 days, okay? So let me explain to you how you have to prepare for your essay work, okay? Obviously, step number one is to have a good background of the law on that particular subject. Whether it's contracts, torts, real property, no matter what the subject is, you have to know the law. Because as I said previously, the process is knowing the law and then applying what you have to the fact pattern. However, um, bar exam essay work being what it is, there's a tendency to historically repeat time after time after time after time tested principles within a subject. So basically, it simply becomes a matter for you to memorize enough black letter law, so to speak, so that when you see a similar type of fact pattern, you got to have all the knowledge in your head and you got to just smash the crap out of the essay. So let me tell you how to do it. Now, first of all, I'm presuming that you're taking a commercial bar prep course. All right. Don't try to study for the bar exam by yourself. That's a recipe for disaster. Also, don't try to study for the bar exam with hand-me-down books that are 3, 4, 5 years old. You may get clobbered because of changes in the law. So make sure you have there are plenty of good companies out there that have stuff online. They have stuff in, books, etc. Make sure you're enrolled in something that you're gonna have a fighting chance to learn all this material. So now I'll use, for example, torts. Okay, let's say that you need to, even before I say torts, let me say this. By the time you sit for the examination, you should have reviewed and memorized roughly 40 essay questions. The law within 40 different essay questions. That's how you have to do it, because that'll give you a sufficient background so that when you see a similar type of question on the examination, chances are 3, 4, or 5, or even 6 of them, you'll be able to smash out of the ballpark because you've memorized principles of law that were contained in practice questions. So here's how you do it. Let's say we're going to talk about torts. You're going to give yourself 3 days to master the torts essay writing techniques. Okay, that's what you're going to need is 3 days, all right? Now, there are a lot of specific subcategories I can go into, but I'm really not going to go into them today because this is a very brief lecture. The first thing you do is find yourself 6 essays in your materials that are sample essays in torts that they provide the model answers to. All right, that's step one. You get 6. Get them from 6 different areas of the law. One from the intentional torts, one from negligence, one from defamation, the different areas that they have. And also make sure that within those answers they have the remedies, both your remedies at law and your remedies in equity in there. So kind of glance over, select 6, and you say, you know what, these 6 are going to be my teachers. So now the essays doesn't become rather your enemy, something that you're going to fear. They're going to be learning models for you. Okay, so now you have 6. And it's going to take 3 days to master these 2, and not the whole 3 days either. Okay, on the first day, what you're going to do is you're going to select 2 essays, and you're going to read them nice and relaxed. And after you read them, you're probably going to say, wow, that was a hard question. I wonder what the answer was, or what the answer is, right? So after you read the hypothetical, go directly to the model answer and read it. And read it again. And concentrate on how the opening paragraph is. Concentrate how the drafters do it. Concentrate on how they defined the different torts that you see. Essentially, try to memorize it. Now, through experience of many, many years, it takes roughly 30 minutes to read over an essay thoroughly and also to memorize an answer. I'm not saying memorizing it word for word. I'm talking about memorizing it so you can effectively paraphrase it yourself. So on the first day, you want to do that to 2 essays. 1, 2. That's it. Then do whatever else you want to do. Let that stuff go from the conscious part of your brain to the unconscious part of your brain. Get that data, bank of data beginning to get built up. The next morning, when you get up, what you do is you go back to the same 2 questions that you memorized from the day before, and now, with a piece of paper and a pen, you write them out. Read the hypothetical and then write them out. Okay? From your memory, like basically draft an answer and then draft another answer. Okay? And then what you do after you've drafted those answers, compare the answer that you drafted with the one from the day before. Okay? Kind of like, compare what you missed. Oh, I missed this, I didn't talk about compensatory damages, I forgot conscious pain and suffering, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Then, take a break, and then you memorize 2 more. And that's what you need to do for the second day. You've written out the 2 from the day before, and now you've memorized 2 more. On day 3, you get up, and the 2 that you memorized from day 2, you write them out, and then again, you check those. Okay? So by the time you're done, you would have written out 4 essays, and then finally you got to finish off that set by memorizing 2 more. So putting a bottom line under this, you're going to write out 4, and you're going to memorize 6. Now, in those jurisdictions that test state-specific distinctions between the multi-state and your particular home jurisdiction, obviously focus in on the home state jurisdictional issues because those are the ones they'll probably test. So the essays all of a sudden are not your enemy. You have to understand that if they're used properly, those essays can be one of the keys to your success, okay? Practice, practice, practice using your short-term memory. And the magic number is 40. If you can get 40 done before the examination, you're going to be okay. Now tomorrow, the next time you see me, I'm going to talk about techniques to smash a multiple choice question. But it's easy. Just think about all the dumb lawyers that are out there that have passed this examination. And believe me, after 32 years of practicing law, there's quite a few of them, all right? You don't want to be like one of those guys. Just take this test, get on with it, and then be done with it, okay? See you tomorrow. Ciao.